Hello, hello. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving so far. This is Sean with Life Spelled Out, and even though it's Thanksgiving, we got a little life spelled out to do today. What I'm doing is my birthday is on November 30th, and I am turning the big 4-9. And every night I come to you and let you know that I am excited about turning the big 4-9. And what we've been doing, we're doing a countdown to my birthday, which is November 30th. Every night we come together and we talk about life. We take the word life and we create a new acronym every night with the letters L, I, F, and E, and we use that as our topic of discussion for the night. So we're talking about a lot of life things, life issues, life concerns, especially those that are kind of rooted or grounded in depression somehow. I am a depression sufferer, and I've hid that for a very long time. And I'm so very thankful that finally, in this year of 2018, I am free. And I'm free to talk a little bit more about me, imperfectly me. I'm proud of me and I love me. And I just want to share me with everybody else. And we're hoping that there's something said throughout these 30 days as we count down that will help you or help someone that you know to live life and live it more abundantly and honestly. So, tonight, as we do life spelled out, the letter L, of course, always is for living because no matter what it is that we do, good, bad, happy, or sad, we just got to keep on living. We don't give up. We keep on fighting. We fall down, but we get back up. So, L is for living, I is for inactive, F is for family, and E is for evolves. Living inactive after the family has involved. And I put the word after in there, but that's not part of the acronym. So living inactive after the family has evolved. And all we mean by that is how do we live after the family changes? Normally, family change happens when someone has passed. And I know in my own personal family, we did have some changes in the family when my grandfather passed. And I think what happens is that person is the matriarch. They're the glue that holds the family together. And there's so much love for that one person that even if we maybe don't really want to be around everybody else, we don't even think twice because it's Papa's birthday, it's Papa's anniversary, it's Christmas, it's Thanksgiving. Or sometimes it's just simple as Papa made homemade ice cream and everybody's going over there to get ice cream. And with my Papa, it was a steak. He loved to put steaks on the grill. So, what happens after the family changes? Once the family evolves, do you see that some people are just inactive? Like today, is there going to be some people that are not showing up for Thanksgiving? Is that a change? You know, how do we get past some things that we can't get over? That's real good. How do we get past some things that we can't get over? Because there's a lot of pain within every family. There's secrets, and sometimes, those secrets are out early, and sometimes it's not until somebody's passed that all these secrets um, come out. And my mom used to call it the hush hush stuff and that kind of stuff. So how do we get past these things within our family? Um, like I said, we get so distant, and what causes this is like I think a lot of times too, if somebody has passed, it's sometimes money issues. Like if that person had $2, family about to fight. If there was a car, if there was a house, if there was land, if if there's some clothes, if there's some jewelry, a lot of times the siblings get into it about that, and they go for years, without speaking to each other, and it's sad. It's so sad because we need each other. We really do. So how do we get past those things that we can't seem to get over? Um, I thought about this and I was like, I don't have an answer. I hope somebody can tell me. I really don't, but I did give it some thought, and I just kind of want to share my thoughts. I think the number one thing is praying. We have to pray for ourselves and for others because it's going to be a lot of forgiveness that's going to have to take place. Um, a lot of looking over, which it's not after somebody passed necessarily. Y'all, that's just family. I brought that part up because that's where I feel like a lot of times we really separate ourselves. Like we may already be separate, but when somebody passes, like, boo, I ain't going over there. Girl, I ain't going over there either. I ain't calling her. And, that's the only reason I brought that part up. But it doesn't have to necessarily be death. Sometimes we just start going separate ways. So, what can we do? How can we fix it? And like I said, number one, I think is definitely prayer. Prayer for each other and prayer for ourselves. If it's possible to pray collectively, that would be awesome. I think that we have to pray individually, as in everything, but if we could come together to pray. Man, back in the day, they used to say a family that prays together stays together. And I'm sorry, it has some merit in it. So try to get the family together and say, hey, y'all, after church on Sunday, stop by Big Mama's house and we're going to all pray for 5 minutes. If it's hard to get everybody like in the same spot, you can use my best friend Google and find some free conference call numbers and send the number out and have everybody to call in, because sometimes people are not in the same geographical location. So you can have everybody call in and say, hey, everybody, Sunday night at 7 o'clock, we're all going to call in a conference call, say hi to each other, and we're going to have a quick prayer. And you can take turns in the prayer. It doesn't always have to be the same person. Because sometimes that one person that you choose every time for prayer, that's the one everybody don't like. They think he bootleg, you know, bootleg preacher and all that kind of stuff. Y'all know the stuff that we say. So with that being said, maybe we could take turns doing it. You can say, hey, we're going to start from the oldest sibling. And then when we do it next week, it'll be the next oldest. And the next week, it'll be the next oldest. But that's one way, just bringing everybody together in prayer. I believe that prayer changes things. I really do. What else can we do? Invite each other to activities. Just sometimes maybe I wonder, is it awkward? One or two ways. Is it awkward like after somebody passed to come together? Or even if there hasn't anybody been that's passed, but it's been some friction, is it awkward to be just at one person's house? So my thought on that today was like, well, maybe instead of going to somebody's house, you go to like a neutral place. Like say, hey, we're gonna meet for dinner at blah 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 place. Everybody paying their own way. I don't know, that may cause some friction in itself, but I'm just saying a neutral place. Or, hey, let's go bowling. Let's all get together and go to the movies. Just try to try to find a way to just bring everybody together, and it doesn't seem so awkward because it's at somebody's house. It's just my thoughts. I don't know. Who am I? Um, the next thing I was thinking about was I know not too long ago we had a little issue in our family. Nothing big, but we had a little issue where a couple of couple of the girls kind of got into it. It's funny, y'all. I didn't know how to handle it because I'm like I'm sorry. I'm on this peaceful journey right now, and that ain't working for me. And so the thing about it is they maybe had a couple of words or whatnot, but then they shut it down. So wasn't nobody saying nothing. To me, that's the worst. And it's so awkward if you're not involved. It's so awkward. So, a couple of us tried to get everybody to kind of talk again, but it wasn't happening. So, needless to say, it went on or whatever for a couple of days. And so one day it just hit me and I was like, okay, text everybody and just show them what you cooked today. I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds stupid. But I literally was in the middle of cooking. I was upset about what had happened with us. And so that's what came to mind. So I took a picture of my food and I texted it to all the girls, that were involved or whatever that was present at the time. And I pretty much was like, look what I cooked today. Y'all acted just like none of that other stuff happened. I'm sorry. Look what I cooked today. Doesn't this look delicious? Oh, one person said, oh, that looks good. Send me the recipe. And what it did is it just started a conversation. Because sometimes after kind of we done fell out a little bit, and it wasn't a big deal, but still, it just feels kind of awkward. If you're dealing with a little pridefulness, it's really hard for one person to say I'm sorry or the other person to say I'm sorry. So then what do you do? So I just felt like I just need them to start talking. And it worked. It sure did. I took a picture of my food, and you want to hear something real funny? That's been a while. You know they still doing that. So we're not angry at each other or anything like that. That's been squashed. That was squashed within a few days. But I just like that we are keeping our communication going because we live in different cities and everything. So it's not like we can just run by each other's houses, but we do take pictures, and we share those pictures, and we share the recipes or whatnot. So try something like that. Just a group text message of something. I don't know. Maybe y'all are into cars. I don't know. My family, we like to eat and we like to cook. So just figure out what does your family like, and just kind of put them in a group text and step back and, as they said on Color Purple, see what the wall looks like. I mean, we don't know how, but you can get it started if nobody else is going to get it started. The other thing that I would say is live as if it's your last day. Now, I've been one, I can hold a grudge forever. I know that's terrible. I know that's awful, but I can, and I have. But as I told you at the beginning of this video, I'm about to have a birthday, and I'm about to be 49. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. So I don't do that. Matter of fact, at the first, this is the truth. This is personal, private, whatever, but I done told y'all everything. My husband and I, when we would kind of have a little disagreement or whatnot, baby, who gonna do the silent treatment is me. And bruh, if you think you can hold off more than me, you can't. Cause I can go on and on and on like a Duracell battery. At the first of the year, I said, hey, not doing that anymore. If we have an issue, if we have a concern, if we have to stay up all night to get it resolved, that's what we're going to do. We've been married too long. We've been together too long, and we are way too old for that. And life is too short. We don't know what's going to happen the next day. So we need to live every day like it's our last. So, with that being said, squash it. Be the bigger person. I no longer hold grudges. Now, what I do is I'm very honest in telling people how I feel, but we're supposed to do that in love, not, well, let me tell you what, none of that old stuff. Like, it's time out for that. But I do in love share my real feelings. And when you do it in love, it hopefully comes out a little bit better where it's effective, but it's truthful. We do need to stop sugarcoating stuff. So we do need to, try to live like it's your last day. Whatever the issue is, try to squash it with your brothers, with your sisters, with your auntie, with your uncle. We need family. We do, and family needs us. And I'm going to say this too. We're not all family by blood. I have a sister that I'm closer to than anybody on this earth outside of my husband and my children. And we're not sisters by blood, but we're sisters by love. So, your family is not just limited to, blood family. You have some family that is family in love. So if you have some issues in that, in those relationships, try some of these things also. Pray about everything first. I just think we should start there so it'll help our mouth. Because I notice sometimes when I go to somebody and I need to kind of have a conversation, if I pray first, it just seems like the words just come out. Sometimes when I don't pray first, my attitude gets bad a little bit, my voice gets elevated, and then I do drop words that I probably shouldn't drop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. So definitely pray first, and then try these different little things about bringing everybody together to pray, bringing everybody together through text messaging, three-way calling. I don't know if anybody still uses that anymore. Not in a messy way, because I know when I was in high school, we did three-way calling. That was some mess. So I'm not talking about in a messy way. I just mean, hey, I did this, I did that. I was just wondering what y'all thought about it. Blah blah blah. But just try. Everybody is not that link, and everybody is not that glue. But you just may be the glue. You may just be the link that helps to bring that family back together again. So ain't nothing to do it. Just try it and see what happens. Today is Thanksgiving, and I am hoping that, you know, whatever old grudges that you've been holding, some people have been holding grudges for years and years and years. I hope and I pray that when you go to dinner today, don't start the conversation because sometimes it ain't gonna go right. And what was a nice Thanksgiving dinner is about to blow up into some mess. And you got all that turkey and you got all that dressing and all them good old pies that your mama done made, and y'all not gonna eat it because y'all finna start getting into it. So today's not the day to have those deep conversations. Today's not the day. Today is the day to hug and say, you know what? I love you so much, and I'm so glad to see you. Done. Y'all can pick up on the rest of the stuff the day after Thanksgiving. Let your Black Friday be the Friday where you're dealing with some of these black dark things, but not today. Today, go and enjoy your family. Have a great Thanksgiving. You have so much to be thankful for. We have so much to be thankful for. More than anything, we're thankful for family. So enjoy your family. Take some time to be with your family. And if you choose today, because I am, choose to just relax, chill, pick another day that you do get together with your family. It's okay if you decided to stay home today. There's no love lost. It's okay. I'm doing it. I'm being very lazy. But pick another day. Make sure that you have a day where you're going to bring the family back, back together and connect. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. I'm very thankful for you, and I'm thankful for you for riding this ride with me here for these 30 days. Today is day 22, and I hope to see you tomorrow on day 23. So, what do you do? How do you get past what you can't get over? You pray, you take it one day at a time, and you try really hard to be the glue, to bring things back together. It's going to require a lot of forgiveness, and it's going to require a lot of thoughtfulness, like thinking outside of the box. If you're going to go bowling, if you're going to go to the movies, if you're just going to have a spades party. Ooh, that sounds real cool. Something like that. All right. Have a great night. See you tomorrow, day 23.